Hey everybody, welcome back to Evolved Equine Partnership. If you're new to my channel, I am Brooke and welcome. Today we are going to be working through saddling problems with Spirit. This is day 2 of working with her, and so video part 2. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go get her. Alright, I got Spirit and we're going to begin. Now, if you have not yet watched part 1 of working through saddling problems with Spirit, I highly recommend that you go ahead and watch that video before watching this one. I will leave the link to that in the description below. But let's go ahead and start. So last time I got her to where she was really good with the saddle pad, but we are still having some troubles with going to put the saddle on. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You're a good girl. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Girl. Good girl. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Ooh. Good girl. Good girl. So that was really good. A lot of improvements. She's built a lot of trust for the saddle, and this is my first time working with her doing this since the last time I did it, which was the video that you guys saw. And so that's honestly really great. Actually, I'm going to share a quick point. The other day I was planning on filming this part 2 video, and I brought the saddle out and the saddle pad, and I had Spirit, and I would go to throw the saddle pad on and she'd just like walk off. And she just like wanted nothing to do with me or the saddle pad. And I was like, huh, this is very interesting because, last time we worked on it, she was totally fine with the saddle pad. And so I just unhaltered her and I let her go, and she went back out into the field and she just enjoyed the rest of her day. And then later I brought her in and I lunged her and I rode her around bareback, but that just kind of was like she just wasn't feeling it that day. And I think that helped build some trust because she saw the saddle and the saddle pad, and maybe in her mind she's like, oh, here we go again. And then kind of when she was allowed to have her opinion about not being saddled, she was like, oh, well, this is great, I can trust the saddle and the saddle pad, it's not going to hurt me. That's kind of just like what I think. So that was actually quite interesting. Good girl. Good girl. Ooh. Good. May I put the saddle on you? Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm going to try something here where Spirit's lead rope is just thrown over the rail. She's not tied or anything. And I'm just going to walk up with the saddle pad, put it on her, and then see if I can walk up with the saddle and put it on her. Good girl. So I don't know if you guys saw it there or not, but what I saw was she was fine with the saddle pad, and then when I walked up to her with the saddle, she kind of moved her head like she was gonna walk away that way, but it's almost like she felt like she couldn't because she was tied, but she's not tied. So so yeah, she still doesn't feel completely comfortable with the saddle. Good girl. Good girl. You're okay. You're okay. It seemed to me that there she felt like she couldn't escape and she was stuck. And that's not what I want her to feel, because that just shuts a horse down, and I don't want her to be shut down. So what I really felt from her was that she really felt, oh, good girl. She really felt that she couldn't escape, and that saddle was gonna be put on her whether she felt comfortable with it or not. And that's not what we want. Whoops. It's okay. Good girl. There you go. What I'm really feeling from her is she's beginning to become comfortable with the saddle and the saddle pad when she is standing here with the lead rope over her neck, because she still feels like she has the choice to walk away if she feels uncomfortable. But when she has the lead rope over the fence, which she probably thinks she's tied, because that's kind of, she probably thinks she's tied when the lead ropes are on the fence. She doesn't know if it's tied or not. And then she kind of feels stuck, and she doesn't feel like she can leave when she doesn't feel comfortable, right? Because horses are fight or flight animals, so her normal instinct would be that that's uncomfortable and it doesn't feel right, so she's gonna leave the situation.
I'm going to do a quick voiceover here just to explain kind of what happened, because I didn't explain it in the video. So I went ahead and I grabbed the saddle, and you can see Spirit turn away and want to walk away. And as soon as I saw that, I kind of walked away to take the pressure off. She had her head dropped and she was doing some licking and chewing, so I'm guessing that she was processing. I went back over to her and went to throw the saddle on, and she kind of took a step away and turned away, and then she kind of stopped and came back to kind of where I was. So I stopped, pulled the saddle off, and walked away, and you can see her yawning, licking and chewing, and just really processing, she dropped her head again, and it was just a big moment for her. You can see that when I went to approach her again with the saddle, she kind of just took a couple steps away, and then she went and she was kind of playing in the snow, and I think that she just really needed the time to process, because again, when I brought her back, she was standing there with her head against the saddle, just licking and chewing, yawning, and just processing. Looking back, I realized that I probably should have ended our session here, because I think Spirit was feeling a little bit done and maybe a little bit overwhelmed. She was releasing a lot and processing a lot, and I think it was just too much to continue going, but this is how we learn, and now I know for next time.
At times, I kind of think I'm crazy for the amount of patience that I have. I know that a lot of people right now would, I don't know what they would do. They would either tie the horse to the fence, they would, no. They would just throw the saddle on anyway. They would do anything, probably, but what I'm doing. But something inside of me just says that have the patience, because the patience will help her build the trust. And if you don't have trust, you don't have anything. So maybe I'm not as crazy as I think, because that does make a lot of sense. Right, Spirit? Oh, girl. You're a good girl. I'm waiting to see if I can have her release before I pull the saddle off, and then that's where we will end for today. Alright, so that was a nice little release that she gave me. She gave her head a little bit of a shake, and then she did some licking and chewing. So I'm going to end there with her for today. We still have a lot of work to do. I still got to get to where I can walk up to her and put it on. And then we got to do it all on the other side, and then we'll start doing it tied. So there might be a couple more parts to working through saddling problems. So stay tuned. We will do a part 3 and possibly a part 4. We'll see how everything goes. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And we will see you guys all next time. Bye!